Are we live? Are we fucking live? God damn, I think we are. Hello. There's a lot of things that are different today to normal, which is why I'm a little bit late. So first of all, welcome in. Second of all, I hope you can hear me because I can't hear myself because there's a horrible delay if I monitor my own mic, which not ideal. What else? Is there anything else that's different or anything else that's new? I don't think so. I'm listening to music. You hopefully cannot hear any music because I don't want to get copyright struck. Ridrix, great to see you. You're the gorgeous man. Shut up. You're the gorgeous man. Also, I can hear a voice. Excellent, excellent. Okay, it sounds like we're mostly where we need to be. Perfect. You know, the only thing I haven't done is actually promoted this anywhere. Definitely hearing the voices in his head. That's funny. Right. I'm just going to do a couple of quick socials whilst you let me know how you're doing. And hell yeah. Modding Skyrim until it stops working. I could never mod Skyrim ever again because I modded it so hard and I did such a great job, and then Nexus was like, it crashed or something. They made a load of things just not work anymore. And I was just like, okay, I do not have the patience to do this a second time. Absolutely. Yeah, the social post is horrendous. That is outing how dusty my screen is, how untidy all my cables are. Oh dear. Bethesda game crashing. Literally. Right, I'm just going to throw this up on Twitter and we're good. Actually, it's going to be easier if I do it on browser. Give me 1 sec, because I cannot see you guys anymore. We'll go youtube.com/c/dumnom minis. That's right, I think. youtube.com/c/dumnom minis. Does that work? That does not work. Oh, I put an extra C in. Dumnom minis. That does not work either. God damn. Okay, we'll just paste the link and it's going to look like shit, but I don't care. All right. You can't see us do naughty things. I can't, unfortunately. And you, Bunky, you are the one who I need to keep my eye on. Right. I have a lieutenant to put together. I'm not going to be painting him today because I need to get him primed, and I'm not doing that in here. But I do need some help making a decision. It is the Dark Angels Lieutenant Zachariah body, and I'm going to give him Inner Circle sword and Inner Circle head. Honorable gent. Yeah, okay, whatever. So the choice is, right, I've got this pair of arms that fits quite nicely and looks really good. And so the Inner Circle companions, they all kind of, they point the sword and they look the way that they're looking. It's very kind of dueling. It looks like a duelist stance, right? But I could instead give him this helmet, and because I'll need to trim it down, but because of where he is standing, like on the rock, it looks like he's getting ready to sort of leap forward and do a massive swing. So do we like that? Or do we like the other head? Or alternatively, we don't use those arms and we'll have this one where he's holding the sword over one shoulder. sort of like that. And if we do that, we can give him a plasma pistol. I mean, he's gonna count as having a plasma pistol anyway, because it's gonna be holstered here. But what do you reckon? What should we do? Of those choices, what do you reckon looks nicer? I will put those to one side because we have painting to do. So I'm just going to work today on these assault intercessors. Yeah, we got a little bit of work to get done. Just a little bit. It's quite a lot of work. So he's pretty far along, which is great. The rest of them I need to get to the same standard and better. Also, I put these decals on last time I was playing with them, but I haven't actually softened them and then reset. And they do need a squad number over the top of that tactical symbol. If I had any mods, right? If I had any mods, Bunky, I'd be like, boys, ban them. I can do. Just the thing is, these are set. I can always come back to the decals, so I think we'll ignore decals today. I need to do the under armor. I need to highlight that in gray. I need to highlight all the armor in moot green. I need to highlight the pink and the black. Okay, so mental list. I need a gray. The leather's all done. The metal is all done. I need a gray. I need moot green. I need to do the eye lenses. I'll leave those till last. Okay, gray and moot green is where we're going to start, because moot green is going to take me probably half an hour per mini anyway. Are those unpainted swords? Yes, they are. They are, my guy. I want to put a lieutenant together, and I want to use one of these options. There you go. That's a better look. That is very upsetting. I cleaned my fingernails this morning. Sorry. This is the harsh reality of life. You get stuff under your fingernails. That's better. Okay. Yeah, I need a green and I need a gray, so give me 1 second and I will be right back. Clean those grubby grabbers at once. They're okay, they're okay. I need to trim them a little bit, but Erin gave me a manicure like a few days ago, so the actual nails still look quite nice. In the paint water. Yeah, okay, that will cure them, won't it? Sorry, I forgot that paint water literally fixes everything. Man, I can't wait till we move out and I have better storage solutions. Moot green, that was nice and fast. Eshin grey. Is there any chance I'm going to find Eshin grey without ridiculous amount of digging? Holy crap, it's literally right there. That's unbelievable. That's the fastest I've ever found 2 paints from that box. The paint water talk has started again. The paint water talk never stopped. I don't think the paint water talk ever went away. You can't keep a paint water enthusiast down. Yeah, that's still got a nice point. I'm not going to use it for this. That's why you put the paint in. I don't have the space. I do not have the space to arrange my paint, or I would. I really would. I would love. Do you whilst we're here, do you want to see a sneak preview of something I'm working on for a video? Maybe. I don't care what you say. I'm gonna show you anyway. So new series that I've just started filming last week. Iron Warriors, not yet, but maybe. New series I started filming this week. Basically, like trying to come up with 3 unique schemes for every army that are speed painting and still look kind of cool and very thematic with each army. So I've started with Death Guard. So one of them is going to be like a rusty radioactive marine. He needs work before you're going to see him. One of them is going to be like a mossy covered statue, which is this boy. He needs a little bit more work, and I need to glue a load of moss and some flowers to him. So that's the kind of... These have taken like 30 to 40 minutes per model as well. But the one that I'm actually super stoked about... Check this guy out. Check this guy out. This is I call it Flesh Marine. This took 47 minutes. And it is pretty much all dry brush / shading, apart from the metals. And he is absolutely gross. I could not be happy with how he's turned out. Super, super happy. Yeah, let's get painting some Under Armour. Is it worth me doing this batch? No, we're going to do squad at a time. We're going to do squad at a time because I won't finish anything. If I do this squad now, there is a small chance that I'll actually finish them today. If I do it batch, then it'll probably be quicker overall, but I won't finish anything today. And that's what I really want to do. Dirty Down. Yeah, how did you know? It's Dirty Down Moss. The Dirty Down Moss effect is honestly fantastic. I've got the rust. That's going to be used like crazy on the radioactive marine when I do get around to him. Right, let's get some grey on here. Question for the gamers in chat. Can you hear my Spotify playing or not? Ideally, you won't, because I want you to be able to enjoy your own music if you want to play your own music. And I don't want to get copyright struck when this stream ends and it turns into a video on the channel. Just hear me. Appreciate that, Macchiato. Welcome in, by the way. Great name. I don't even need to be this careful with this. This is great. You have to play Imagine Dragons. Why? Why Imagine Dragons? I mean, very thematic. I can hear it in my head, but why them? Oh, sorry. Yeah, bro. Bunky. Oh my god. I'm thinking about what I'm currently doing, like not the Death Guard project. Yes. I get you. I'm with you. I'm not stupid, I promise. Right. This is going on nice and quick, which is what we love to see. I'm wondering if I just skip Eshin on the guns, actually, and go straight to Dawnstone. No, I don't know. It looks a lot better if I put the Eshin on, but it'll save a lot of time if I don't bother. How do I get rid of this big heart that covers half the last message? Bro, I have no idea. I am pretty much brand new to YouTube streaming. I don't watch many of them. And I've done like a few test streams, but I've never really spent much time in YouTube streams. YouTube is all about the long form content for me. As a consumer, it's all about watching video essays. Video essays and battle reports. Whip that right out of there. That sounds violent. What are people working on at the minute? Not necessarily like right now. I know not everybody is necessarily painting, but what projects have people got going on? And how many of you how many of you are painting Space Marines? I feel like this main camera is not very, I don't know, super doesn't look great. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I think it might be the lighting situation, because ideally the lights would be here. Working on being a better person. Okay. Chaos Marine 90% done. Nice. Okay, if I lower my monitor and lower the light, we might have a better result. And I might look a little bit less washed out as well, which could be nice. Also, to be fair, if we go here, slightly better, not much. Press the big heart to make it see if it goes away. Yeah. Dude, I genuinely don't know anything. That is not correct. Let's look at you. Filters. Color correction. Let's have a quick look at what we can do with this. Gamma. Let's pop that up a tiny bit. Contrast down a tiny bit. Brightness, no, that looks awful. Let's keep that at 0. Saturation is fine. Hue shift, no. That looks slightly better, I think. I can't tell how much of it is just because I've got this bright light right in front of me. Didn't do anything. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear. What if? Okay, this is radical. We'll bring this over here and yeah, this could be the one. Let's do this. Bear with me. So now you're getting, I guess, the same angle as the actual lighting. And we'll flip this, transform, flip vertical. Wait, no, transform, flip horizontal. I think it's slightly nicer to look at, but not by a huge amount. This isn't it, chat. This isn't what we're after. Not quite. I really should have figured this out another time. That's better, isn't it? That's quite nice because it's closer. You can see what I'm doing a bit better. Right. I didn't get any kitchen roll / toilet paper, so I'm going to go and do that. And I will be back. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. You can still hear me. You should still be able to hear me. Because I'm wearing a wireless microphone. Exciting. Exciting time to be alive. Right. Okay. Ben, how are we doing, buddy? Great to see you. Hope you've been well. Right, let's finally shut up. Not you, me. And actually do some painting, which is what we're here for. That's what I'm here for anyway. Because I have a deadline. Awful. Absolutely awful to have deadlines. I hate it. Does he need any? He does not really need any grey, so that's fine. Wireless mic. I swear I won't. I'm good. Bunky, I'm good. It's literally part of my job to either mute a microphone when a presenter leaves the studio or tell my supervisor that a presenter is leaving the studio and request that their mic be cut. So if anyone has that accident, it shouldn't be me. I'm not saying it'll never happen, but it really shouldn't be me. You know what I'm saying? Drinking paint water. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's how it works. Okay, I'm only going to bother doing bits that are actually visible. So there's a bunch of Under Armour and armor joints that you're not ever going to see unless you look at the guy upside down. So we're not going to do those. Pain in the ass. No need. Oh man, Spotify is giving me some bangers today. Genuinely. You're testing fate so hard. Not used to doing it for yourself, only the others. I don't know if that's a dig at me. How you been, Ben? Been a little while. Oh, I have knees to do as well. It just occurred to me. Okay, we'll make sure that we don't forget that. Honestly, this might just be, in future, I might just paint these in Eshin Grey and then just hit it with some Nuln. Save me a lot of time. We haven't seen a Victor. Oliver, thanks very much. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a nice day. Welcome in. Is there... do I need to do any Dawnstone? I feel like... You know what? Okay, yeah, we're going to do Dawnstone. We're going to do Dawnstone. We'll hit it with Nuln later, but I'll just get this out of the way. Because then I can spend the entire rest of the stream doing Moot Green and loving and hating my life at the exact same time. It's such a brilliant color. It's so good. And it looks lovely. But oh my god, there is so much of it to do. Okay. Oh, no, missed a little bit. On a mini crusade to get people off Nuln and on Vallejo. I tried two thin coats recently, and I don't know if I'm meant to use it slightly differently to Nuln, but I wasn't in love with it, which is wild because everything else I've used of theirs has been great. But the wash just feels like very thick and not quite what I want it to do. Okay. Wish Moot was more opaque. Moot's pretty opaque. Nuln is tasty. Oh my god. I will never escape the paint water drinking / paint eating joke, will I? I love that. Nuln is tasty. I think, honestly, I've started using Agrax quite a lot more, just on stuff in general, and I'm a big fan. Big fan. But Nuln, I definitely love. I definitely love now that I've found my Dark Angels recipe, because a section of the recipe is literally just coating the entire model in Nuln. And because of the work that I've already done at that stage, it just works. It just looks really good. I'm a big fan. Big fan. Let's do that. Let's do that. Ugh, do I have to do each of these? I guess I do. Agrax. Yeah, Agrax is just like, I don't know, even though it's brown and you don't necessarily think that you want that on a lot of colors, it can add an awful lot to a lot of the colors that you're working with. Yeah, big fan of Agrax. What have I already done? It's these three I need to do, the bolt pistols, and then we can move on to some green. Back living at home now. Solid. Nothing wrong with living at home. I sometimes wish I'd lived at home when I finished uni. I mean, I kind of got the best deal in that I lived with my brother, so it wasn't as expensive as renting. But I was able to save a bit of money, like if I'd lived at home. I can't even see the underside, so we're not going to do that. Woo, paint colors. Ben, man, you don't need to know a huge amount. I mean, if you want to, I'll tell you all about it, but like, if you just enjoy watching it, if you just enjoy chatting, obviously that is very fine with me. If you want to line or tone, do I have a video showing that step? What, the Nuln Oil step? I haven't actually. This is so my new Dark Angel scheme is actually quite recent. I've been constantly changing my scheme since I started, and so for example, I've got some aggressors somewhere. I could definitely do a lot neater than this now, but this is very much like trying to be heavy metal, with just the flat color and then the different highlights being built up and some panel lining. Whereas I then moved on to, I don't think I've got Asriel around. No, I moved on to a kind of like, maybe this guy is. Yes, so then I moved on to Caliban green base with like an Abaddon black Caliban mix to kind of darken areas, and then carried on with highlights as normal, and then finished it all with like a green wash. That's what this guy is. And I think it looks good, but like I'm at that point where I want speed. Like I'm so, unless as a character, I'm so sick of wasting time. We're trying to get battle reports on the channel very soon. So speed is really key. And so the recipe now, oh my god, the recipe for these guys is essentially Caliban green mixed with, Caliban green and Abaddon black overbrushed on the entire thing. And then Caliban green mixed with Warpstone glow, dry brushed over the whole thing. And then Bieltan shade, again, just heavy, like put it on heavy over the entire thing to darken it down. And then I do all my reds, I do all my browns, I do all my pinks, and my metals. And then I wash the entire thing in Nuln, like all together. And it gets me this really nice, like, I feel like the washes push down the highlights that I've got, but they're still visible. And then you get like these nice dark corners on the actual panels. And then literally just one highlight of moot instead of doing stages of highlights, because I've not got the time. Why am I putting him away? I've not got the time to do multiple highlights unless it is like something that I'm really trying to work on to make it look nice, because it's going to be a character for my army, or because it's for a painting competition or something. I really am just valuing time more and more. And it's wild because, like, I guess you would think, well, if he's trying to do it as fast as possible, it's not going to look as good as when he was taking his time. But actually, half of the time it looks better because I'm not overcomplicating things. Looked kind of dirty. Just sending everything to me. Oh, that's funny. Bunky's painting service. To be fair, Macchiato, I don't know if I'm on the new Nuln Oil or the old Nuln Oil. I have no idea how to tell. So it might be a case of, if I'm still using the old one and you've got the new one, that might be where it's gone different. Dunk it in paint, that'll work, yeah. Who was it who did I'm sure I saw like a meme of, it was just someone opened like a tin of like wall paint and just dunked a model in it. I can find the Nuln Oil that I have. I'm sure it is not far away. Bear with me. Let's have a little look. See if it's in here. I mean, I know it's in here. See if it's close to the surface in here. No, that is Black Templar. One day. This must stress so many people out. Okay, Nuln Oil, there we go. If it's the 16 mil, it's new. Okay, it is. It is this one. Where does it say the mil? 2020 Games Workshop Limited. Yeah, this is old. This is 24 mil. This is the old Nuln Oil then. Is that your cat wrecking the place? Or am I going insane? No, you might be hearing Erin tidying her desk because she's about to start work again.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You do your thing. Yeah, that might be it then, Macchiato. It might be that we've got different formulas of Nuln. In which case, yeah, diluting yours might help, or alternatively, as Bunky says, like, there's other manufacturers that make washes now that are more similar to the old Nuln Oil. So that's always an option. Not saying that yours is useless, not at all, but yeah, diluting it a little bit might help you. Oh my god.
Does chat want to see baby?
Huh?
Does chat want to see baby?
Does chat want to see baby? I think chat will want to see baby.
You have to scoot over.
Huh?
You have to scoot over.
Give.
No, he's coming.
Oh, I'm not allowed.
No.
You're gonna have to. There he is. Look at these
Baby
toes.
says hi.
Huh?
Baby says hi.
Yeah.
Baby's very sleepy though. Mine.
New Nuln is much closer to a contrast. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. We've got contrast. Why do we need the same? Hello, Harrison. I arrived in time for Cat and Crow. Just keep messing with it. I have plenty of Termagants from the start set. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. They're great. Those will be great models as well to test it on, because there's so many fun textures on them. Okay. Sergeant does not need moot. It's just these four boys. So this, if it goes as well as last time, this should take me 2 hours. This should take me 2 hours to do the moot green. All I care about is speed, he said, painting fucking moot green highlights at 2 hours per model. What an idiot. I guess I could be more selective about where I actually highlight. I could just do those like top edges that would catch the light and not just do the entire thing. Maybe that's the way to go. That could probably save me 10 minutes per model. Cat's been asleep. Oh. Thought you were, yeah, literally. So new null uses contrast on medium. Yeah, no, thank you. So can you just fix that by diluting with water or Lamy and medium? Does that work? Because if so, I don't mind so much. But if not, then I probably won't buy any more. Francois, welcome. Lovely to see you. I hope you're having a nice day. No, you're just making it pull off more. Right, I see. So you would just recommend the Vallejo wash instead. I can get behind that. I do need to get more Vallejo things and try them. More brands in general. Because Two Thin Coats was the first non-Citadel paint that I tried, and I've really enjoyed using those. I got a bunch of Vallejo stuff for my Traveling Man Painttober challenge, and those have been very nice to use. But they're not really colors that I'll use a huge amount, I guess. Loving this out of focus marine. Yeah, I don't know why it's focusing so hard on my hands instead of the model. One day I'll have a fancy enough camera that I can just lock off the focus and not just use webcams that autofocus constantly. And on that day, I'll make you eat your words. For real though, come on. Focus on the model, please. The one I used actually leaves the black tone over the top. Okay, interesting. That sounds good to me. Also, Ben, I know you're saying it's not in focus, but if you remember any of the streams when I was doing it on Twitch, half the time they weren't even in shot, so we're we're making progress. If it's out of focus, it at least means that it's on camera. If nothing else. Stop Mo, welcome in. What chapter are you painting? True. Yeah. I always fell prey to the thing of like doing this and then looking up and realizing that you could not see a single thing that I was working on. So I've at least got a little bit more discipline. Fifth company is green is top right. Perfect. So we can do this. Maybe. AK Gen 3 are incredible. 99% of... Okay. Best chapter, Dark Angels. Let's go. Let's go, Stop Mo. Love to see it. North Star, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Paraquill White is the best. A load of people have said that. A load of people have said that to me. To get Paraquill White. Right. Do a couple of lines here. I'm not being too careful. If they come out chunkier than I would like, I'm not, certainly for these guys, I'm not going to go back and neaten the lines up. If they come out chunky, they're going to stay chunky. Hi. Dark Angels here. Oh my god, everybody's Dark Angels players. I love this. I actually love this. I feel like I do need to do more other stuff on the channel. Because like, certainly at the minute, everything I'm posting is Dark Angels related. And I love it. But it's because I'm trying to get through so much for my actual army. And so it's not as many projects for other hobby fans who prefer different chapters or different armies altogether. Like I am a bit worried about once Dark Angels are kind of done and I'm moving on to Night Lords and Drakari. I'm a little worried that they're not going to be nearly as popular, but I guess we'll see. Hey, Duke, how are we doing? What's this all about? Another panic? It's not panic yet, but yeah, it kind of is because I haven't actually said this on stream yet. On Thursday, I will hopefully be filming my very first battle report with a friend of mine, and we're going to bring 1,000 points each. Keep it fairly small whilst I'm kind of figuring out all the details and. It's the first time I've filmed anything like this, so actually setting everything up and getting all of the shots that we want, and having a smaller game so that we've got the time to really do it well and get all of the stuff that we need. But obviously I want my 1,000 points to look as nice as possible, because if we're getting close-up glamour shots and stuff and trying to make it look good, ideally, we'll have 1,000 points of parade-ready Dark Angels on show. Whether or not we achieve that, we will have to see, but I am optimistic. I think I've got enough time this week. And a lot of what I'm taking is already parade-ready. So it's kind of just, it's finishing up a couple of units and making sure that they are as nice as possible for Thursday. But yeah, in TLDR, you read me like a fucking book, which is so funny. Really into Doctor Who, he said to me he finally gets white people. Oh, hell yeah. Might have to go dealer on the people in the sun. Francois, what do you mean by pfoofed? I can't tell if that's a good pfoofed or a bad pfoofed. Look forward to it. Thank you. How you been, Duke? So you're a pot dealer. Oh my god. That didn't even occur to me. No time for puns. Brain is painting and painting only. This really does not want to focus on the model, does it? I kind of need to almost just hold the model in one hand, I guess. You know what? Bear with me. Bear with me. If I'm gonna hold it here, there might be configure video. Can I lock off the focus? Oh my god, I can. Right. Bear with. Let's. If I lock off the focus about there, about 280. Right, remember that for next time, everyone. 280. Scream it at me. This might, if I can keep my hand in the right position, this is going to look a lot nicer. Thank God. Other chapters? Sorry, Francois. Sorry, dude. Fair enough. I get the message. Dark Angels only, forever and ever. If I was limited to one army, it would be my Dark Angels. They were my first love. If I was limited to two, I'd include Drukhari because they're so fun. And if I was limited to three, I think Night Lords would come in. Sorry to my Death Guard, but Night Lords are just better. Painted a Night Lord one time. You did, and it looked tasty. This is the worst part of highlighting a Space Marine for me, the lines on the backs of the legs. Also trying to paint up a Dark Angels army for a battle in a couple of days. Oh man. Best of luck. Best of luck. It is an incredible feeling. Just what I'm trying to... It's what I'm going after again, because it has been ages since I played a game and all of the models that I took with me were painted. So that's the current goal. I've got a big list of Dark Angels, and once it's kind of ticked off, even though it's not all the Dark Angels I own, that's when I'm going to let myself paint other things again. Video content doesn't count. Like if I do something for a different army and it's for a video, it's it doesn't really feel the same because it's not for me in the same sense. Kimmy, welcome in. How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Got told I put too much lightning on it. Everyone's a critic, aren't they? Also, that's funny. I don't know. I feel like people... Did you ask for critique? Did you ask for criticism? If you did, you can't really complain. If you didn't, and he just gave unsolicited advice, then yeah, that guy sucks. Nope. Okay. Converting a robot girly man into a demon. Bro. Bro. Are you going to be posting that anywhere online? Because I need to see that. That sounds sick. That sounds so sick. I cannot see this guy's knee at all. I can get like a little bit here. Maybe a teeny bit in there. That will do. You can't really see the bottom corner. And we'll take the paint down there. So I figure yeah, there's quite a lot of Dark Angels fans in here, right? So who's looking forward to that Space Marine 2 Champions pack, huh? I've been like, I thought it was coming with the update this week. I've just been on every day like, where is it? Have a few units to paint up now. I mean, Man flu is rough, but if you can power through it, it's a good time to get some work done. I guess it depends how severe it is, man. But if you can paint, it might help take your mind off things. If I was to paint, I'd just get a tin of house paint. Yes. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for giving everybody nightmares. Took screenshots because I was blown away. Oh, Masco, welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day. Good to see you. Is this... Okay, keep the model under the camera. After saying how good I was at doing that now, I started pulling it closer to me again. Bad habits. Bad old habits. The shape of this armor plate, this fan brace, I'm catching a lot of plate instead of just the edge. But whatever. Yeah, that's fine. It looks a little bit messy, but I'm not too fussed. It's good enough for me. Paint pots are the perfect size for shots. Maybe if I ever opened my own hobby store, we could have shots at the bar served in empty wash bottles. That would be fun. Although, who is taking shots in a hobby store? Now think about it. That's maybe not going to be the biggest seller. Crane Marines is my favorite. I had to. So I've got some friends who, you know, that friendship group, and you just send each other memes and like barely actually communicate as people. You just send each other memes that you think you'll like. And they've both kind of started to learn a little bit about 40k. I don't think they're going to get into it, but like they're getting all these 40k memes and they're sending them because they're like, ha, Dom will like this. And one of them genuinely asked me the other day, like, who are the Crayon Marines? Like, who are they? They seem interesting. And I'm just like, bro, they're not real. They can't hurt you. Yeah, I am being a bit messy here. Just a little bit. But whatever, man. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know on the table, are they? People are just going to be proud of me for finishing the models. Finally finished my first Votan. Just did his base. Definitely a trust the process moment. Oh man, it's such a payoff though when it is a trust the process moment and you're not sure how it's going to go, and then it works out for the best. It's such a great moment. What's the scheme for the Votan? Like, what colors are you doing, and what's the base theming? I love basing. I think I enjoy it far too much, and I wish there were more opportunities for it. But you have to actually finish models to then base them and make them look really cool. Got a little bit of dust on here. Poor Clarence, he's real to me. Moonish style, making use of the purples and blues. Hell yeah. Synthwave is always going to be cool, but I think there are some. I was about to say I feel like there's some armies that it won't really work on, but thinking about it, I think that's a lie. I think synthwave would work on anything. Right, let's do this. Not the neatest, but that's good enough for me. Nah, more paint is needed. Yeah, that's all right. Anything else on his arm? Yes, we have fingers to do. I need to clean that up. Posted it in the Discord. Yes. So I think what has just happened is it's that thing of different username on YouTube. And I was like, wait, this is sounding familiar. Yeah, I did see him the other day. I just didn't clock who you were because it's a different username. Even though it says, is that what it stands for? Oh my god, learning something every day. Looks a lot like my current batch painting table, but mine have jetpacks. Yeah, your assault intercessors look sweet, man. Capitals are IHM. Yeah, see, you're just more observant than me, Ocelot. Don't embarrass me. Come on. Come on, please. Please don't embarrass me. Can I get away with doing both these edges at the same time? No, I just made them blotchy. That's fine. Like I said, I'm not going for perfection on these guys. fingers. Yeah, lovely. Never pointed out you're using loyalist models to paint these. I don't know if I've ever explicitly asked, why do you love Iron Warriors so much? Out of all of the choices to meme with, why Iron Warriors? Oh, that was blotchy. Jesus. Why not? Yeah, fair enough. I do like to paint a hand. Oh, yes. Less so the fingers on the hand. Just the gauntlet plate, really. You got something against Peter Turbo? Not really. Just think he is a little bit silly. Mainly because I don't like that he is a demon Primarch. Okay. Super thin line here if I can. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. And then I think we just got backpack and... Oh no, we got another shoulder. We got another shoulder, backpack and head. Nice. Milk syrup. Are those stands worth it? What, the handle? Or do you mean the paint part? Because he strongly believes in from my income strength. Rick, welcome in. It's the first one that I've hosted on YouTube. I used to do this on Twitch when I was streaming games there all the time, but that's kind of fallen off. It just made a lot of sense to start doing them again because it's fun. I like them, and it gives me a chance to connect with more people here, which is exactly what I want. So welcome in, and I'm glad that you're a fan. Both. This, I think I got this free with Imperium Magazine. I would definitely recommend having one. I had like the old Citadel one. I just use this for priming stuff now. If I'm like priming a model, I'll put it on there so that I don't get too much spray paint on my own hands. But I would recommend having one. I think it does let me hold things a lot more steadily. And this thing, my partner bought for me, and yeah, it's really nice to just be able to have somewhere for my brushes, and have, because as well, you can't see it, but there's like a cleaning surface at the bottom, so it can make cleaning the paint off your brushes a little bit easier, which is always nice. Gonna head off. All right, Ben, take care, mate. Appreciate you stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day. I think I used the holder once when I got it. What, you never use it? Luke, you psychopath. Also, hello. Wasn't expecting to see you. I figured you'd be busy working today. Or are you off with your tonsillitis? Lump of cork if you're... Yeah, I see a lot of people use like wine or champagne corks. And then they'll just have like 10 of them and they'll have a whole squad on a cork each. That definitely looks like a good way of doing it. Ordered a painting chalice. Really like it because I can grip around the figure. Oh, is that where it's got the like metal curve over the top? Those look good. Those do look good. Time for my Mordheim possessed. Hell yeah. Send pics, Lister. Send pics once you're making some good progress. Off with illness, just need another day. Yeah, how are you feeling? You think you're going to be good for Thursday? Or am I going to have to try and see if someone else is free? I'd rather not. To be fair, we can always... I don't want to delay it anymore, but we can always push it back. And it probably is too short notice to get anyone else involved at this stage. Probably. Impressive shoulder pad highlight. I can only manage the corner. I don't know. It's one of those things where I've started doing it, and sometimes I'm really proud of myself with how it goes, and other times I'm kind of like, that could have been better. And I think the hardest thing is getting the consistency of the highlight color right, because if it's too thick, it ends up... If it's too thin, it doesn't look great, but if it's too thick, it doesn't apply very well. I think that's the thing that I need to nail down. It has a kind of cage around the figure. Okay, cool. Let me know about that Discord message. Yeah, cool. I think right now we're good, Lister. Normally my models won't be as painted as I wanted because I've been ill. Yeah, no stress, mate. Actually, I'll say yes. You'll say yes what? Yes, you'll be well by Thursday? Or yes, you think we should push it back? I'll be well enough. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. The main thing is you, though. If you need more time, there is no pressure. We can always do some filming another day. In regards to the models, though, Luke, if they're not where you want them to be, I don't mind too much, but you could always play Tyranids instead, because I feel like you've got enough. I feel like you've got 1,000 points of painted Tyranids, right? Yeah, I've got 1k. Nice. I'll take loads of painkillers. Okay. Oh, God. Mate, genuinely, if you aren't well by Thursday, we can call it off. It is fine. Cork is a great way to do bases. Yep. Yeah. Agreed. Very much agreed. You had the chance to just say yes again and confuse him even more. Used to like Dark Angels before I learned their lore. Oh, Syrup, come on. Come on, you don't believe that propaganda. That chaos propaganda. It's just trying to divide us, bro. You're falling right into their hands. They're just trying to divide us and make us fight each other. Never seen a chapter more loyal than the Dark Angels, bro. I don't know what you're even talking about. Really don't want to. Been looking forward to this. Mate, literally, I can call Element and see if they've got any availability next week. Just let me know, and I will. If you don't say anything, I'll keep the booking for this week, and you're just going to have to suffer if you're still unwell. So it is kind of your call. You're falling. Oh my god, this been out right. Appreciate you stopping by, dude. Catch you later. And keep sending more updates when you get more of those Votan done. They're looking tasty. This is, I think power packs are the thing I hate highlighting the most. Especially this round bit. It's so awkward compared to most of the rest of their armor. But I guess that's gone pretty well. Next week I'm in Iceland. Oh yeah, well, I guess when you get back. Oh, these cheaper, I'll leave. Oh my god. Replace all your packs with Mark 6 ones from Heresy. Fair enough. I don't know if it would match the overall vibe, but I'm sure it would work on a bunch of them. No, I'm going to do the bit that I like more first. Bloody hell. He's fine, everyone, don't worry. He is A-okay. Need to wash this off and get fresh. Fair enough, Luke. Fair enough. As long as we get your big reactions to all the silly things that are undoubtedly going to happen. Well, I'm not angry, Bunky. I'm not cross. I'm not cross at everyone baiting me about Dark Angels being heretics. You've never seen me this calm. Oh, man. Oh, this is that's a nice thing to highlight on a backpack. If it makes you feel better, I will never accept Dark Angels into the ranks of my faction. Yeah. Thanks, Lister. Speaking of heresy things, have you gotten into any of the heresy Dark Angel stuff? So my interest in playing Horus Heresy is pretty low. But there are so many nice Dark Angels models for it. I mean, hang on, sitting just in front of me, I do have to assemble and build this boy. He's on the cards at some point. I think I'm more interested in incorporating things from 30k into my 40k army. I'm just not at the minute. I'm not really prepared to learn a new gaming system and collect a whole new army, I guess. I'm kind of at the minute. I'm interested in Kill Team. I want to get into Kill Team because it looks fun. The short games, like the quick pace, that looks fun, and it means that I've got an excuse to buy for armies that I don't currently collect, like Eldar. Be nice to have some Eldar. They're cool. But Heresy, I guess I've not really looked into too much. Luke, you're just late to the bait party, and I'm not biting anyway, so... If you want, Luke, I'll just cancel Thursday now. Save you the decision. Right. That is green highlights done on one more mini. They're not the cleanest, but they definitely make a big difference. Helping him pop. And I'm happy. So that's 1 of 4 done. Also, in defense of Dark Angels and their staunch loyalty, if Dark Angels are heretics, why do they have so many absolutely useless keywords of anti-chaos 4+ in the codex? You know what else will help him pop? Melter Bomb. Luke, we said no vehicles, no monsters. If you turn up with 1,000 points of Nidzilla, that's it. That's it. We're not friends anymore. That's not happening. That's not even a don't do it. That's a you're not doing that. Got my own on the way in a couple of days. Yes, man. Yes. Exactly. My friends did buy me the what are they called? The Deathwing companions. Yeah, my friends bought me the Deathwing companions, and I started working on them a while ago, and I stopped because basically I wasn't really happy with how it was going. So that is a project I need to get back onto soon, because it would be really nice to use those as like extra inner circle companions maybe, or just like lieutenants and squad leaders. That would be really cool. Might have to do one if I brought Nids just as a character. I will not stand for the Dark Angel slander. I am so glad that the most important food group, bread, is standing up for Dark Angels. Bread, thank you. A true hero of the people. Got my own Deathwing companions on the way. They're so good. They're so good. I would like to paint the Heresy era lion at some stage. Definitely would enjoy that. Right. Here we go. Marine number 2. Let's get cracking. Bread is used to make pizzas. Yeah, man. Bread is versatile. You know what's as good as pizza, and you're going to disagree, Ocelot, because you are a pizza fiend, but I want to eat more focaccia. Just in general, I want to eat more focaccia.
We're having focaccia for dinner?
No?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This just in, we're having focaccia for dinner, apparently. What are you going to do with the Deathwing Knights I forced on you? I'm going to have a squad with swords, because I currently don't have a squad with swords. I've got a retro squad. I got one new squad and one old squad, all with maces and flails, which I love. But yeah, the squad that you sent to me, I'm definitely going to give them the swords. Because it is just cool, isn't it? Most solid thing you can eat. Oh, man. Or is it just painful to swallow right now? Man. The fuck is focaccia? You know what focaccia is? It's like soft, like heated bread with like stuff in it and on it. Lots of herbs, lots of cheese, that sort of stuff. It's very pizza adjacent, so you would enjoy it. Make a great homemade focaccia. Oh, what do you put in it though? Tell me everything. I need to know what toppings are in there. I would look, yeah, I want to do stuff like that. I'd love to bake more when we get a house. Fully on the helm and sword for Deathwing Knights. Yes. I am a big fan of the hooded rebreather though. The hooded rebreather heads, I think, are peak design. It's funny when I was a kid, I did my old squad of Deathwing Knights with Grey Knight Paladin helmets, which are very, very similar to the new Deathwing Knight helmets. And so when they came out, I was just like, Games Workshop. We get each other. Feels like I got two golf-sized lumps in my throat. Oh, bro. It's like squishier naan bread. Yeah, it's like squishier, thicker naan bread with delicious things in it. You can get it with like olives and onion. Maybe we should just make this into a focaccia channel where we just make focaccia every single video and nothing else. Nah, that might not work. That would be crazy. I like to bake more. Bunky, grow up and stop insulting me because I like to bake. No, I do get it. Send you a reel. Oh, let's go. Dum num nums nom. I just like cooking for people. I always say, if I lived by myself, I would eat like shit. But because I have Erin to cook for, I do enjoy making things. And baking is just kind of another layer of that. Not an insult. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Sorry, didn't realize. It's not life on Earth does not eventually evolve into crab. It evolves to be middle-aged. perfect. You can fill it with delicious things like olives. That's a lie. What do you mean? Olives are good. It's taken me a long time to come around to olives, but olives are actually delicious. It was one of those things that I've tried throughout the years to enjoy and just haven't. But something clicked in the last sort of year or two. And now olives good. Focaccia themed Warhammer. Oh my god. What army in Warhammer 40k is most would you I don't know. Tyranids would be good. Tyranids discovered like an imperial planet that exports focaccia at like ridiculous levels. And so they ate it all, and now the hive mind is just creating focaccia flavored Tyranids. I hate mixing green stuff. Me too. It takes forever and it's always full of bits. Orcs. Instead of mushrooms, they're bread. That sounds great. That sounds fantastic. I'm filing all these ideas away for future video content as well. Focaccia. Focaccia. Oh my god. Genius. Baking with Morty. Oh my god. Just rancid. It would just be like, I made you this, and you look at it, and you're like, what the fuck, Mortaria? And he's just like, I made it 7 weeks ago, and I left it in a damp, warm place. Sorry. I guess Morty would be into fermentation, right? He would make beers and like he'd pickle stuff. Put yeast in fucking everything. He'd have that yeast powder. Kill Team Bake Off, bro. Oh my god. Phobos Kill Team, but they've all got chef's hats, and the squad sergeant is Paul Hollywood. Let's do it. This is such a stupid but good idea. I want to make this happen. Delicious pickles. He would, wouldn't he? You do pickle stuff. I feel like Sanguinius would have a vineyard and he would do loads of wine. The lion would exclusively just do like grilled meats. He would go hunting and he would just cook the meat over an open fire, no seasoning. Magnus. What would Magnus do? Dylan, welcome in. Lion is the grill master. Lion would be, wouldn't he? He'd be standing there with an apron over his power armor and like a little kiss the cook mug in one hand. Half the Lion's cooking channel is just him hunting down. Yeah, literally. Oh, that'd be great. Magnus just eats hop. Yeah, I guess Magnus wouldn't cook. He'd just be like, I'm too busy. I'm too busy discovering the secrets of the universe. I'm just going to have this pot noodle. I'm just going to put pizza rolls in the oven. That's it. Russ wouldn't be too far off the Lion as well. He'd just hunt stuff. And I guess Russ would probably have his have his servants cook it and serve it in a massive feasting hall. That'd be nice. Conrad would give you meat that you couldn't figure out. Yeah. Conrad. No. The thing with Conrad's cooking would all come with like receipts of exactly where it came from. And to show that he'd bought it all legally and committed no crimes in getting hold of the produce that he used to cook with. Russ just eats meat. Yeah, literally. Straight off the bone. Raw. Oh my god. Lemon Russ is... Is Lemon Russ fucking Liver King? What's up, Primals? Oh, no, I need to not be giggling whilst I'm doing this. Magnus can't do anything right. It's microwave foods. Which Primark is vegan? Oh, that's a good question. That is a good question. I feel like Alfarius could be vegan and just never, and he's one of those that just never shuts up about the fact that he's vegan, and it just winds everyone up. And it would either be completely legit or just basically a ruse so that no one ever went near him and he was just free to do his own thing. Conrad would have a vision of the bread burning, deliberately fuck up. That's so real. Sanguinea, yeah, maybe. Only perfect entree. Oh my god. I am vegan. I am Alfarius and I am vegan. I'm trying to think of the most, like... What would Dawn eat? Because Dawn would just have, like, the most boring... Dawn... Oh my god. Dawn would be like a... Dawn would have like a gym bro diet where he just eats chicken, broccoli, and rice. He's like, this contains the nutrients I need and nothing else. It's boring, but it's practical. That would be Dawn. Girlaman is the vegan. I could see it. I don't think he'd be an annoying vegan though. I think he would just do it very practically. Perturabo would drink Huel. Oh my god, he would. Dawn would have a well done. No, oh no, Kimmy, that makes me upset. That makes me so upset. Gilliman has the best chef, but doesn't care. Yeah, that's exactly true. Actually, that's perfect. I can just imagine, you know, Shrek 2, when King Harold is like, puts his finger in the sauce pot and is like, excellent. What do you call this dish? That would be Gilliman. And the servants would just be like, that would be the dog's breakfast, Your Majesty. That would be Gilliman. He wouldn't care. Concrete mix and glue. Concrete mix and glue. Oh my god. Is this the next video I need to make? What would each... What would the Primarchs eat in a modern setting? What would their diet consist of? And it's just the memes that we've made today. pompous about being vegan. You reckon? I feel like he'd be kind of chill. I think the Khan's diet would be just like, yeah, just fairly similar to Russ and the Lion, just hunting stuff, eating it. And then he'd do the old Mongol thing of, oh, we've not got any food. I guess I'll drink my horse's milk and some of its blood on the road because there's no other food. Angron. Oh my god. Yeah, what would Angron eat? See, so many of them are like just super sort of savage and would probably all eat the same kind of thing, which is basically just meat. But like, I want to try and be more clever with the answer than that. Gilliman would own a Michelin star restaurant. He would. And he would never go there. He would just own it quietly. Sushi. Oh, he would though. He would, Luke. And then he'd marry the lady afterwards. Didn't Fulgrim have like 3 wives, or like 3 mortal wives or something? I remember reading that recently, that he actually married, which is a very odd thought. Gilliman is Gordon Ramsay. Khan eats rabbits, dogs, and frog. Yeah. Oh my god, if Angron was the vegan, yes. No. Oh man. You know what it would be? Angron would be vegan, and then the butcher's nails would be put in, and it would drive him crazy, and he'd become a meat exclusive eater. Wouldn't eat any veggies. That's sad, but very very fitting. Chocolate chip cookies for Gilliman. Yeah, I can see Purdy just having traditional Greek foods. That suits him. That does suit him down to a T. Why is everyone bigging up Gilliman? He lives with his mum. Home cooked food. I mean, that sounds great, man. If Gilliman's mum cooked for me, I'd eat it all. I'd be like, ah, nice lady. This freak dressed like Batman is going to bother you. Don't worry about it. Oof, this knee pad's come out a little bit all over the place. It's whatever. It looks okay. It doesn't look terrible. You're never going to see it from that angle anyway. We shouldn't do. Joke cooked food. What would joke cooked food be? Like a rubber chicken. Sunday roast. He's got rubber chicken. He's just like, just desperately trying to cut through it, and he can't. That's so stupid. Stop, Mo. I hadn't even thought about Lorgar yet, but that's perfect. Korax just like flies around eating worms and stuff. Full-grown Gilliman getting sent to his room. Literally. No one thinks about Lorgar. You're right. No one does think about Lorgar. I think what really speaks volumes about Lorgar is that people became so much more interested in Lorgar after all of the fem artwork came out. Suddenly everyone's just like, Lorgar? And I agree. Ribute does not eat his peas. Beans for breakfast kind of guy. Yeah. Or just something like really pious, like just plain porridge. Like the whole kind of religious, what's the word? Like when you kind of give up, just very humble foods, I guess. Lorgar got slapped around. Dawn eats oatmeal. Dawn does. Dawn is an overnight oats kind of guy. So I can make it in the morning and it'll be improved. I can make it in the evening, it'll be improved by morning. Love that for him. I ate biscuits for breakfast because I'm too lazy to do shopping. Nothing wrong with biscuits for breakfast. Vulcan eats. Vulcan is a Goron. Vulcan just eats rocks. Oh, you can just hear him crunching them. Dawn is only German sausage, porridge, no seas. Oh my god, that sounds awful. That sounds so awful as a diet. And I can see it for him. Dawn is like the autistic trait of finding 3 foods that he likes and refusing to eat anything else. Is there anyone we haven't mentioned yet? We said the lion, we said Fulgrim, we said Russ, we've done the Khan, we've done Sanguinius, we've done Kurz, we've done Morty, Angron. Yes, we didn't talk about Manus. Mr. Iron Hands will only eat things he can kill with his hands. His Iron Hands. Welcome in, Aaron. Yeah, of course. You can't be like awkwardly painting like this. Not a chance. Or I would always advise to spin the model so that you don't have to move the brush as much. It just makes things that much easier. Horace would be a special homebrew. A homebrew of what? To be fair, we didn't actually acknowledge Mortarian's habit of just drinking straight up poison with his men all the time. So I think in terms of drinks, he would... Oh, what's that whiskey with snake venom in it? Ferris Manus likes spicy food, something that bloat. Korax frozen burritos. I like it. I don't get why, but I accept that. That's great. Horace only eats things he can mount the... Oh my god. Look at me, I'm the War Master. I think that's everyone then now. I think we've done everybody. Pretty sure it's just called snake venom whiskey. That stuff. That one. That's what Morty would drink in his spare time. We're going on Morty is just drink at all times. Yeah, I would explain his bad odor. And yeah, we said he's into fermenting stuff. So I reckon he brews his own. He distills his own snake venom whiskey and just drinks poison and alcohol like 24/7. Abaddon has a list of things Horace ate and eats only those things. Or does he avoid eating those things because he thinks they made his Primarch weak? Chili vodka. Oh, good lord. I guess that would upset his stomach, which also can play into the nurgly behavior. I know it's not mini related, but Hunt just revealed a ghost face from Scream Skin. Are you kidding? What? No, hang on. Everyone has to wait whilst I find this. What? Hunt Showdown Twitter, where are you? I'll mute it. Life Take a Legendary Knife. Oh my god, they didn't. That is ridiculous. Okay. I nearly just lost the entire mini down the table. What is just Charlie Kelly grilling things on radiators? Oh, he's making grilled franks everywhere. Every opportunity. Kimmy, let's go. You got this, dude. Even if it's only for a little bit. If you feel rough, just stop. Get some more rest. But if you're off ill, you might as well make use of the time. Con only eats breakfast and black pudding. What? Cringe? You think the skin's cringe, Lister? I've never been a big Scream fan. I don't think I've watched any of them, but it's kind of iconic that they just dropped that on Halloween. Morty eats from Indian street vendors. No, Morty specifically eats salads from Indian street vendors because, I mean, I've never been, I don't know. But what I've been told is you don't eat the salad because there's no guarantee it's been rinsed with clean water and then you can get ill. Very ill. All right, listener, no worries. I don't want to know what Erebus eats, yeah. Gilliman eats future Olive Garden for sure. Oh my god. Welcome in, Yeti. You are right. You are so right. He only eats the ones they've poured goopy juice down there. Ugh. Grim. I think that... I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say just then. Ignore me. Talk amongst yourselves. You don't win friends with salad. I glued some parts together and I am not happy with the possessed so far. How so? Do you know what it is that you're not happy with? And is it fixable with more stuff, or is it a pull it apart and try again another day kind of thing? Because either of those things is completely fine. But I will say that if you're anything like me, giving up on the project to do something else now could mean that you don't touch the project again for a long time. You come here often? Yeah, bro, this is literally my house. You're right, Bunky. You're right. I do. The plan is, and I do want to, and the plan is to be doing this at least once a week going forward. Possibly more once me and Erin have moved out to a house. Because if we're able to get ourselves a little office each, then I can stream more regularly without disturbing her when she's working at home. But obviously, real-time jobs kind of come first. The worst part of how little of my army I've painted. Blocks. That's just the reality of being a mini collector, though, right? I do not want to count how many points of stuff I have unpainted. But the good thing is I've managed to slow my buying down so much from when I got back into the hobby. Which it's still going to take me years, I think, to catch up with everything that I've bought. But who knows? Maybe one day. I can hope, right? I can hope that one day it's all going to be painted. I just realized I haven't done the little lines that I always give them. So I'll just do that real quick. I don't know if I need to, but I think it looks nice. Not on Tuesday evenings and Saturdays, though. Okay, got it. We stream kit bashes. So I considered this. I was thinking about... I did think whether it might be worth, rather than just, filming a kit bash quietly to myself, and then editing it into a video, is it worth doing it on a stream, chatting, and then kind of editing that together? Because it would be fun for the people who want to come and see to see it early, I guess. And then it also kind of promotes to other people, hey, he's streaming this stuff, by the way. Come watch the stream. So it could be a good idea. I need to give it some thought. I mean, if it's something that people would enjoy, I think I would go for it. I'd be so generous to take some of that burden off your shoulders, no problem. Hey, funny, welcome in. I have to wait for the green stuff to support. Green stuff is so hard, man. Just getting into Warhammer and chose Dark Angels. Let's go! Good man. Oh, he's got a full company. Okay. Stop most serious. At the rate of paint, I'll literally be dead before I finish the stuff I have. But you paint so much faster than most people I know. Also, like the amount of like you are so consistent with just being like, hey, I finished this, and then a few days later just being like, I finished this. Meanwhile, it takes me weeks to do like five Marines because I bounce between projects nonstop. All I have is a wish list and regular ass intercessors because that's what the Games Workshop clerk suggested. I use them. I use intercessors. I like to have 5, occasionally 10 in a big game. If you're enjoying it though, if you're enjoying the hobby, you could always just do 5, save 5, and then who knows if in the future you decide to try painting different chapter of Dark Angels. Yeah, different like a successor chapter. Or a different chapter completely. You've got 5 intercessors to start with and do test schemes with. I think, obviously, when you're getting into the hobby, it's not something you consider, but like being quite far on and having a lot of models, there is a lot of value in keeping hold of like stuff that you don't really plan on painting, but you could use as test models if you're going to change your scheme or start a new color scheme or anything like that. There is definitely value in holding on to them. Yeah, Bunky, you can just fuck off. Personally love watching kit bashes. Okay, that's good. Still paint like 1 every 2 months on average. That's so fast though compared to a lot of people. Me and my girlfriend are the same. She paints so fast. You paint together, that's very sweet. What do you guys both collect? I've got the 3K of Firstborn Wolves. Space Wolves don't count though. They don't count. I actually ended up using more intercessors, particularly Assault. For real. Like, I didn't have any Assault intercessors for ages because I was just like, they're for my Templars. Dark Angels won't use them. Now that I have a squad, taking them to every game because they're just like a nice cheap unit that can punch a little bit, perform actions, move around the table. Great unit. All right, Lister, take care, mate. I'll see you soon. Been loving using Space Marine 2 to see how different color combos look. Yes, that's a good shout. I mean, it's if you're using Space Marine 2 to kind of try out different colors, I'd say the only thing is to be aware that obviously it's not like a 1-for-1 match. Like their Caliban green is considerably brighter than like Citadel's Caliban green. But like it really does give you a good idea of what's gonna work well if you're planning out like an entire Space Marine armor and you want to do a whole bunch of different colors. It would be nice if they gave us more customization, but I get why they haven't yet. I have Dark Angel, she has Tyranids. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Just struggling with paints because the clerk just put 12 paints in that suggested. Yeah, you do definitely get that. With Dark Angels, I don't know how, I couldn't tell you like the total amount of colors that I end up using, but I have managed to cut it down a good chunk. I was saying earlier, I'm doing a lot less highlights than I used to, and it just makes the models poppier, and it makes them stand out a little bit more, even though it might not look as natural and it might not look as good on like close-up photos, that you don't have that kind of blend of mid-tone highlight into your really bright highlight. Like right now, I'm just putting my brightest highlight straight onto the armor, and it makes it very eye-catching. And it saves you having to buy a bunch of paints. So I guess it's just about finding the style that kind of works for you. Retributor armor, what are they doing? Literally, hate how Space Marine 2 keeps changing the colors. Yeah, it's frustrating. I unlocked a Shabti bone to use on my Dark Angel's chest crests. And the update that they dropped the other week basically broke a Shabti bone, so that if you applied it to anything, it just read as Liberator Gold instead, which was a little bit annoying. I haven't actually checked to see if that's fixed yet, so I need to get on soon and try. Wish I could show you my table right now. Or is it just absolutely covered in perfectly finished Space Marines? I need to rinse this off. Yeah, literally bread. It just, something about, I don't know if they're actively changing the colors or if it's just a case of things are going slightly wrong in the code that mess up the colors, but it seems every update the colors change. Finally on the paint and grind, working slowly through like a squad every week or so. If this is the thing, if you can just put aside a little bit of time every single day, you will cover so much ground so much faster than you expect. But like, it's really easy to end up not doing any work on models for like an extended period of time. But like an hour a day or even half an hour a day, you can actually achieve so much. It's just the consistency. For sure, it is the consistency. Good thing about intercessors is you can kit bash them. Absolutely. 59 total paints and washes on my table. Oh! Only possible downside to doing kit bashes live is listening to some viewers. I mean, I will always be happy to take people's suggestions on board if I think it looks good. But at the end of the day, especially if it's going to be a model that I'm going to use in my army, I'm going to make the final decision about how it goes, you know? Do you have a Discord? Okay. So this is... I do have a Discord. I've got a Discord server that I set up for when I was doing lots of gaming stuff. And there is some Warhammer stuff there. But I'm currently working on a Discord server specifically for this YouTube channel. And at the minute, initial plan was members only, just because it means I don't have to, without being rude to anyone, I don't have to manage as many people and manage like in a big server. Like if there ended up being loads of people in there, it's a little bit overwhelming. But kind of the more I think about it, the more I think it might just make more sense to make it open, but then have a members only area that is probably considerably fairer, and it does mean that I get to see more of the community's work and your opinions and things on stuff, which would be nice. So at the minute, I don't really have a dedicated YouTube channel. I don't have a dedicated Discord server for this YouTube channel, but it's something that might be turning up. That would be nice, Yeti. That would be nice. Space Marine 2 has actively changed the colors. Okay. Yeah, the army definitely makes a big difference. 15 Discords now. Shut up, there's only 2. It's only 2, and one of them isn't even for this. I'm just doing bolt action armies right now. Nice. I got a friend who plays bolt action. He told me, we basically said, like, he used to play 40k years ago. And I said I would show him how it kind of plays now, and he would teach me a little bit of bolt action. I don't think the models are really my vibe, but who knows? The game system could be fun. Recently got a D&D friend into 40k. Nice. Orcs are always fun. I feel like a person who chooses orcs is always just going to enjoy themselves, because it's... Orc players just have the same personality. Like, it is a big stereotype, but it feels real. Bolt action people look a bit goofy, but I love the vehicles. I've looked at the vehicles a lot more than I've looked at the infantry, I will say that. One of the goofiest people I know. Hell yeah. Probably just buy a Tamiya. I just, so far, I guess, because it's the setting of 40k, right? I love the models, but I think it's the setting that is keeping me just working on it. Like, Age of Sigmar looks fantastic. The models look, on the whole, a lot of the time they look better than the 40k stuff, but I've just got no interest in Age of Sigmar as a setting. My year of Orcs was so much fun. Was it just a year? For the amount of points that you just said, Jesus. Did 3D prints on some models. Okay, nice. Posing is something that I think is super important, and a lot of people don't realize how important it is, or don't really care as much. Prefer the AOS models, but most people play 40k. Yeah. And everyone I know who plays AOS says that the game system is really good. But I don't know. I've got such a massive pile of shame to work through. And all of it is stuff that I really, really love. So the idea of kind of putting any of it on hold to start a brand new game system that I'm not invested in just doesn't sound appealing. Oh, God. I can feel myself getting a little bit sloppier with this. I could do some basing for a bit, but I really do need to finish painting. At the very least, finish painting all of this moot green, which is another 2 Marines. So the work that we've already done, one more time. Not the most exciting, but it is progress that is badly needed. Post a look video of all the stuff I got done, and finish 2 bosses after. Nice. Post is the most important bit. It's why I was so hyped for the Combat Patrol Sergeant. Primaris Ezekiel soon. Yeah, I'm a fan. I've got him, the metal one, knocking around somewhere. I've got my one on the shelf. I'm sure 11th edition I'm hoping 11th edition is when we get Ravenwing updates and Ezekiel updated. That would be really nice. AOS sent the pieces. Yeah, they do. They really do. Grey Knights. Yeah, Grey Knights are another one that like they could benefit a lot from just a couple of new things. You don't care about poses. Okay, fair enough. Toxic trait is that I think I can paint the lion just like. I mean, in one sense, centerpiece models are kind of easier, right? Because you've got a massive canvas to work with. They're so much bigger. You don't have to be as careful. But your mistakes will show up more, I suppose. So I shouldn't tell you I've almost finished that Flamer squad in this stream. What? We've been live for like 2 hours. You've not finished a squad of Flamers. What are you talking about? Ravenwing needs new stuff. Yeah, I'll be very sad to see the Land Speeder Vengeance on a Storm Speeder chassis. That thing is so baroque and weird. I've not got one, but I've always wanted one, and it's going to be a shame if I have to buy one because they're going to stop making them. Girlfriend keeps joking about buying me Archaon. Dylan, you'll get there, man. You'll get there. You can have both of them. Nid centerpieces are the best. Yeah, nids are just like, I've seen people do really complicated schemes that look fantastic, but equally, people just do really straightforward ones that, like, you don't have to go complicated for nids to look great, I think. Best way to learn is to make every mistake possible. Yeah, literally. Got my Assault Intercessor squad half done. What are you people? How? I have highlighted 4 heavy bolt pistols in grey and done 2 Marines armor with Moot Green. What are the renewed models of Dark Angels outside of the Lion and Asriel? So the only thing, Ezekiel hasn't been redone, and Samael hasn't been redone, and they are probably going to get redone for 11th edition, but there's no guarantee. Yeah, I think it's just those 2. Blue and purple Norn set in the corner. That's a nice scheme. Blue and purple can really complement each other well. Had to stop for 5 minutes while the wash dries. Yeah, they're not complex, but like they look good, and the fact that you can knock them out that fast is crazy. It's taken me 2 hours, the better part of 2 hours, to highlight 2 guys in green. Shouldn't make the mistake on L. Johnson. You can always buy another in 5 years' time when you're like, hey, I'm way better than when I did that. Done 3 Marines leather pouches. Just hope they don't remove the command squad again. I imagine they will. If we lost the Deathwing command squad, I think Ravenwing command squad isn't likely to survive. But hey, for me, if we get really nice Ravenwing Knights and a nice Samael model, and they do let us keep the Land Speeders either as they are now or a different one, that'd be great. A Dark Angel specific ATV would go hard as well. Like, it would be stupid. No one would run it. But if you put like a plasma cannon on top of it, that would be great. That would be sick, actually. Use a lot of speed painting techniques. Yeah, like, this is the thing. This guy's been speed painted, and I think he looks good. And I don't need to go this hard at all. Like, I could keep it closer to this, but I think I find it very hard to speed paint Dark Angels because they're my favorite. With Death Guard and Necrons, I use more speed painting techniques, and I don't care about them looking that good. And because I started with speed painting techniques, I'm happy to keep it that way. Whereas Dark Angels, like, I kind of don't want to drop the ball on the effort that I put in because I feel like it will show. I mean, I've massively simplified my scheme, and it takes a lot less time. But because I'm doing these stupid highlights, that still takes forever. So it is my own fault, and I've got no one else to blame. Glorious Loss is still glorious. Yeah, 100%. Ravenwing is going to get the Sanguinary Guard treatment. You reckon? How can they though? How can they mess up Raven Guard when the Outrider bikes look good? All they need to do is give them the helmets, plenty of little Ravenwing accessories to glue onto the bikes, and like the Corvus hammers. How would they mess them up? Kaiser, welcome in. Good to see you. Did the opposite, man. Necrons are more than they needed to be. Necrons are great for speed painting, man. Really hope they don't give anyone else. Sanguinary Guard treatment for Ravenwing Black Knights would just be to go, right, your squad of 3 is now a squad of 1. 1 to 2 bikes. In the middle of building my Deathwing Terminators. Yes! Hell yes. I have absolutely loved how many people have come in today and just been like, Dark Angels? Dark Angels. I hope you're enjoying the process. I hope that you are looking forward to painting them. The build process is probably my favorite. I do enjoy painting, but building is just like... I feel like I could build for a lot longer without getting bored than painting. The Kurt Russell Sangrenor Wolves are going to get ruined. I don't know. I feel like Space Wolves have such a unique identity that they can't get them wrong. But then again, you never know. I don't know. We just have to hope. Mine is a successor, but still DA. Successor chapters are welcome. Is it a named one, or have you just done your own scheme? The Garda plane, yeah. Always wanted to get into Ravenwing, but the knowledge that they're surely going to. Yeah, literally, like I don't play Ravenwing right now because I don't have any models that are really ready to go, and I won't have any models ready to go for ages because they're all going to get updated, hopefully sometime in 11th edition. And I mean, that could still be like 6 years away, but it's still off-putting. It's still off-putting to know that I could put work in and then they'll release like an upgrade kit that I could have used, or they'll get brand new models and mine will be redundant, that kind of thing. I will get around to it at some point. I'm almost in a shelf of shame situation. There's nothing wrong with a shelf of shame. There is nothing wrong. I think the word shame is thrown around too much. Mr. Lister Blister, who was here earlier, said something that really sticks with me, and it is basically, this is a hobby, right? We do this because we enjoy it, and so as long as we do enjoy it, there isn't really any shame in how much we kind of end up with, as long as we aren't actively harming ourselves by spending more than we can afford. It's a hobby. If you're enjoying the hobby, there shouldn't really be any shame in owning a lot of models. Obviously, we all want to get through them and have the pride. Like, there is definitely pride in the hobby, like having the pride of having a finished army. Yes. The shame of an unfinished one? Don't put yourself down like that. Narrative play between friends is a great time for playing those pieces. Yeah, exactly. Outriders and a single bit on the upgrade sprue. Yeah, man. I mean, I like Outriders, and I will do Outriders at some stage because obviously they won't update Outriders. But like, I've got a Ravenwing command squad and 3 Black Knights for them to go with in a squad of 6, and they're just sitting there because like they're the thing that will likely get an update. And I've got a Nephilim jet fighter, and I've always loved that model, but like flyers are just terrible in the game, and so even though I do want to paint it, it's kind of the stuff that I'm actively going to be using is higher priority. Pick up Dark Angel's green later today. Nice. Dark Angel's contrast green, is that? They took the wings off the Sanguinary Guard, maybe the Space Wolves will lose their fur. Own scheme, but not massively fleshed out. Cool. Pile of procrastination, that's better. Shelf of raw potential. I love this. One of the biggest Dark Angel specials was the fact that Power Swords became fireball. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've got a little Intercessor Sergeant with a Power Sword somewhere. He needs painting for Thursday. From scratch, pretty much. But like, the Inner Circle swords are just so good for posing with. Beautiful. Yes, Ocelot, you are. It will just be Plasma Outriders every chapter can use. Ravenwing detachment rules. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I don't think every chapter's going to get them, you know? I hope we get some new bike units in general. Yes, we do need bike captains. Desperately. White Scars especially are screaming for it, man. Any advice for magnetizing Deathwing Terminators for the Plasma versus Flamethrower? I can't think of anything specific to that kit, but if you've magnetized stuff before, you've got like the right size drill bit, you've got the magnets that you're happy with, I think you'll be absolutely fine. There's nothing that comes to mind with the kit other than making sure you've got enough shoulder pads to go on each arm. Or actually, tell you what might be worthwhile. I think this would be tough, but it might save you a lot of effort. So say you look at this guy's arm. If you were to cut all of the... Before you glue the shoulder pad on, if you take the plasma cannon, you take the heavy flamer, and you cut along this line here and magnetize it there, you should, check the cut before you make it, but you should be able to pull the weapon off. Like, you should be able to pull the arm off and then just glue it back on here. And that means that you don't need to get multiple shoulder pads, and you can just leave the shoulders glued to the body. You would just pull the arm off downwards instead of having to do multiple arms and find multiple shoulder pads that fit. That might be a good idea. Don't mention Slaanesh around that Francois guy. Finished army. I own 50k points. Do you actually? What? Did anyone magnetize Lion's head? Yes, I did. And then I used one of them on a Custody captain anyway. But the other 3 I still have, so I might end up painting all of them and swapping between. Thanks, Stopmo. Thank you. I don't own a pile of shame. I have a collection of inflation deflection. Make sure your magnets are N52 or stronger. What Bunky said. Mag the arm and shoulder. We've been able to swap them out for different army themes. I don't actually have a Custodes army. I did a... This is the stupidest... This is going to sound really stupid. I made a Baharoth conversion for my friend for his Eldar army before there were any rumors that he was getting a new model. And I bought Trajan Valoris to literally chop the feather off his tilt plate and put it on Baharoth's head. I know that sounds really, really stupid. So now I've built Trajan I've converted his axe into like a melter head so that I can use him in the future as a captain with the pyrite spear. So one day I do hope to have a Custodes army because it'll be a relatively small project compared to Space Marines. I would like to do that, but at the minute, it's just the one guy. A large pile of grey is unhealthy until you're so ashamed that you have to face them all towards the wall. They're just staring at you like, please. Please, we've waited so long. I don't want to be grey anymore. I just want to be happy. Oh, man. Kind of hate that Custodes models aren't way bigger. They are a good bit bigger. I feel like they're chunky enough. That's why I keep them in the box. Yeah. Yeah, like, if you like, your army has an army box and you're like, oh, I don't need the extra models right now, but I can't miss up on this deal. Keeping it in the box, locked away, definitely helps, I think. As soon as you open that box and you start building those models, that's when it's like, oof. About 5k points of Custodes. Nice. 6k points. Hell yeah. This is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. If people have Instagram accounts and regularly post Warhammer stuff, please feel free to plug it in chat. And after the stream, I will be going through and like following people because like I can't hear about all of your hobby projects and not go and see it if it's available to look at. So feel free to drop a web link or an @ and later on I will go through because I would love to see what everyone is working on. I think one of my cats is just in a big smelly poo. Oh no. Oh no. Please, at least prime me. Having painted Dawn, I don't think I could do an army of custard boys. Really? That's an interesting point. I will be right back. I need to make sure that I flush this awful smell as soon as possible. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Okay. Good job. Pause. Oh, no, we have a poopy butt situation. Okay, chat, I'm going to be like 5 extra minutes because this boy has poop on his butt. And he has a brain condition, so he's not very good at cleaning his. But at least you can't see all of this. Good boy. Good boy. You're doing well. Okay. I'm sure you were all prepared for this on a Monday afternoon. Oh, yeah, so I'm going to go watch this guy paint some Dark Angels. Listen to me flushing cat crap down the toilet. At least the room will start to smell nicer. You could weaponize my cats. Do my Custodes in a black, purple, gold? Hell yes! I've seen someone do that scheme before, and that combination is just gorgeous. Sheer amount of gold on the metal is a challenge. I could not do like a full army of non-metallic metal armor. Not a chance. I don't even like doing non-metallic metal like weapons because I'm not very experienced with it. If I was doing Custodes, it would just be like flat gold, wash, dry brush gold, gloss varnish. I'd just keep it as simple as possible, I think. I said at the start, called out toilet note. No, you said specifically that I would embarrass myself by going to the bathroom with the mic on. A toilet flush by itself Pretty innocent, I think. Pretty tame. Nothing wrong with that. Also, do you really expect me to just sit here whilst my small furry son's stank fills up the room? Absolutely not. Had pets all my life. Sometimes they're weird, but then again, yeah, exactly. He's especially weird. He's got a brain condition. Call it a draw. Ocelot, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that I'm letting that literal biohazard stay in my house. It's so funny. Like, if we hear either of them go to the bathroom, it's like we give it a minute, and then one of us goes, because if they don't bury it properly, or sometimes even if they do bury it properly, it just needs to be disposed of immediately. They smell so bad, which is a shame because they're so cute to look at. Cat's brain is fine. He's still a nut job. Man, isn't that just cats, though? Isn't that just cats all over? That's very funny. To be fair, the one with the brain condition is the better behaved one most of the time. It's the one who's normal, who's a real little diva and pain. Saw a lore picture of an Aquilon Terminator in the scheme and said, "That's mine." I love that. There's what's his name? There's another scheme that I really like for Custodes that guy has done. I think it's Custard's Workshop on Instagram has got like these really nice. It's like bone and baby blue Terminators, like Custodes, and it doesn't sound like a combo that sounds really cool, but it looks brilliant. Farhammer, welcome in. Great to see you. How you doing? Hope you're having a nice day. How is it 20 to 5 already? Dude, I know. How? Gonna be doing a full painting on a canvas later of a bunch of plague marines. Oh my god! Like, that sounds sick. Welcome, Matthew. That sounds so cool. Is that going to be available to see anywhere once it's done? Because you can't just drop that little tidbit in chat and then if I never get to see that, I will be genuinely quite upset. That sounds awesome. The guy that runs the local 40k shop is doing silver and sky blue. Ooh. That sounds really nice as well. It sounds like very chrome adjacent. Need to get ready for work soon. Ah, that's rough. No one likes work. No one likes work. Even if you get a job that you really like, it's still work at the end of the day, isn't it? Pain. Have a Discord, and I included 2 Terminators and some Nurglings. Don't have space for a Dreadnought, though. That sounds sweet, man. Everyone loves Nurglings. Want to paint, but I'm on vacation. Oh, nightmare. I guess next time you're just gonna have to get a boat wherever you're going or drive. Where are you going on vacation? I've got a 1-night trip to Riga booked in November. That's the only holiday I have planned right now. Got to pay the bills. Yeah, man. That stuff has to come first. Got to look out for yourself. Look after yourself. The main reason I want the kill team def grab. Yeah, literally the main reason that I'm thinking about buying that kill team, even though I have all the models, is to get another copy of all those Nurglings, because they're just fun. Originally also going to do Thousand Suns, but I need an extra canvas. How long does it take you to do like a full canvas painting? Because I can't even. Like, I am not the kind of person who can. Like, I feel like I paint miniatures okay because it kind of is just like the model is already here. I just have to color it in. If it was up to me to create the shapes on the canvas, and sort of decide where the light and shadow was going to be, no, I'm not that kind of artistic at all. So how long does a canvas painting take? Because that is so cool. Monrodas in Greek. That sounds pretty great. Depends on the size of the canvas and detail, because it take anywhere from a couple of weeks to multiple months. Oh my god. Do you do freelance work then? And then the painting is just like your like passion project on the side? Got to go. No worries, Bunky. Appreciate you spending your afternoon with me, and look forward to seeing you soon. Enjoy the rest of your night, mate. These feet are very awkward to get to. Very awkward to get to. Bloody hell. When I come back, my local Warhammer store should have Scaventide in stock. I mean, why are you even worried about painting? Why are you even worried about painting if you're going to have a copy of Scaventide and you're in Greece? That sounds perfect. Painting's more my way to get my hobby side satisfied because I don't have the money to go all out and buy kits. That makes sense. Although, like, I feel like if you're creating that kind of art that is so unique to you, you know, other people, like for example, I'm painting this Dark Angel. Loads of other people are going to be painting Dark Angels. You get to be not to like, I don't know. You get to be so creative with what you do and kind of have a take on the hobby that most of us don't necessarily get to. So that is really, really cool. Is canvas your only medium, or do you do any other mediums? Imagine Lionel Johnson walking through the hologram forest. Literally. I mean, that there is why I do my Dark Angels basing as like woodland, because I read Son of the Forest and was like, okay, if the lion can teleport through the woods, then my entire army now has to be walking through the woods. That like I don't even have a choice. Yeah. I Son of the Forest I got pretty much as soon as it was out, and I was just like, yes, give it to me. Listen to it almost non-stop on Audible. I've just picked up the wrong Space Marine. You are not ready. Gotta go. No worries, Farhammer. Appreciate the sub. Take care and enjoy your night as well. Thanks for stopping by. Offers a lot of character development. Hell, it's so okay. Yeah, no spoilers, but it is so good. I think the way that they decided to reintroduce the lion as a character, just like kind of just perfect. Because I don't know that the lion could exist as a character if he held on to his ideology from Heresy. I don't know if he could really exist in the 40k setting. So the way they've handled that and like changed his, like developed him as a character, really, really well handled, in my opinion. Mike Brooks is very, very good. I recently listened to Hesperek's Queen of Knives as well by him, and that was a really fun book. For my other favorite army, love my Drakari. Hopefully, I'll get back to painting them one day. Would love to paint up some Skaven for more time, but can't find a local group. It definitely is a difficult. I think finding local people to kind of meet up with and play games with is like probably the thing that people sort of say to me the most that they struggle with. I definitely struggle with it. Like I'm very lucky that I live near Element Games, the one in Manchester, and so like I've started to get involved with that community, but I wish I'd done it much sooner. Like I'm still trying to make friends and meet new people and get games in and go to all their events and stuff. But like if I didn't have them fairly locally, I have no idea how I would be meeting new people. And it's especially difficult when you're playing more niche games like Mordheim or like Underworlds or whatever. Like at least I'm playing one of the more mainstream games. It's fairly easy to get people to play 40k. Doxed. Shut up, boss. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. I don't make a secret. Like, I can say I live in Manchester. No one is going to find my house. That's not a challenge. Don't take that as a challenge. Ultimate dream is to do a painting of Sangi versus Horus. Oh my god, yes. Hey, Manchester. Are you Manchester as well, Dylan? Love the character dev for the lion. He grows, tries to learn and improve. It's brilliant. It's brilliant the way they handle it. I really love the way they handle it. And I love the way that they handle the Fallen as well, because that's been a issue forever. Scotland, but oh, cool, nice. Check the 2 local hobby stores that host war games. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Especially unfortunate that the hurricanes... Fucking hurricane, man. I don't know how you guys cope over there. Like, I think if there was a threat, if there was a chance that my house could be threatened by a natural disaster, I don't know how I would settle. I would just be gently on edge all the time. Like, England can't even cope with like gentle snow. When we get like, I've been to enough countries in Europe, and also I've been to Canada where they handle this much snow every day. The UK gets like 2 inches of snow and shuts down. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'll show the kitty. Did you hear him? Oh, Harry's being a proper nuisance. Hang on. Let's see if I can snag one of them for you. Harry, come here. Come here. The nice people on the internet want to see your face. Look. Look. What is this? What's going on? Here he is. This is the horrible one that causes all the problems. Drawing helmetless figures' faces is always the biggest annoyance. I can't imagine canvas painting. It's just so much. It's so much. There's just like so much that goes into it, and I definitely am not that patient. Ultimate plan for Dark Angels is to paint all the DA Risen Loyalists in Sons of the Forest. But I'm not too excited about buying several full sets of Heresy boxes. Right? Surely there's a couple going on eBay where you can just buy like individual minis of the older marks of armor and stuff. Last hurricane was 1916. It's mental, man. It's mental. He still owes you some Templars transfers. I forgot you ruined my Templars transfers. That's funny. Oh, Aaron, I don't know what support I can really offer, but if you ever need to just like talk about it, feel free to hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and I'll do my best to listen if that is what you need. But other than that, I'm just sorry for everyone out there who's been affected. It's fucking terrible. Guess UK is kind of UK is kind of crap and kind of boring, but at least we just never get hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanic activity. Like, it just isn't really an issue that we'll ever face. I have fucked that up. I have fucked that up something shocking. Sternguard leather done. Hell yeah. Not so much hell yeah on getting ready for work, but good job getting all the leather sorted, man. Nice. Been at my grandparents' house to say hi. That's sweet. Do they live near you, or is it quite a trip to get there? Tornadoes. Yeah, we don't get those either. We don't get anything here. Like, there's no destructive natural phenomena that really causes any issues in the UK. Like, the most we'll get, I guess, is like there are certain areas that will get flooding, but only when it's like excessive rain and they're typically lowland near rivers anyway, so they are like at least semi-prepared for it. Hey, Ritrix, welcome back, mate. 100 pack marine highlighted. Hell yeah. Trip for me, but always worth it. That's very sweet. Better sort that dinner. All right, mate. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. Battery packs in my paint groups got me through the 14 days without power. Oh. Cool. Very cool. Yeah. Having a support network in place is so crazy important. I'm glad you've got people to talk to, man. That's good. I'm in Canada. I'm currently waiting for the pre-Halloween foot of snow. So I went to Canada's incredible, man. I went to Montreal in 2020 and also was it 2020? Yeah, in 2020 and also 2023 for the Rainbow Six Invitational. Because not so much now, but certainly then, massive fan of that game. Still love it a lot, but like Warhammer is the place to be. And the way Montreal handles snow, unbelievable. Like I went in February, so there's like just 24/7, just people driving snowplows around the city, just pushing it to the side of the road. It would like stack up almost as tall as me. And like the fact that that is just in place is so cool. Because like I said, literally, we'll get one day of snow where there's this much snow, and like all of the newspapers will be like, the UK has run out of grit salt to put on the roads. We're fucked. Every man for themselves, people. Like, it genuinely is just terrible. There's no infrastructure for it here. Apocalypse happens and no one cares at all. UK generally sees 15 water spouts per year and has very... Really? I've never even heard of that. No, Matt, this is what I'm saying. We don't have... Because it doesn't happen often, so we just don't have the infrastructure in place, because I guess the government won't pay for it. Like, maybe it's so infrequent that it's cheaper to just repair the damage than it is to actually have good aid ready and waiting. Gritters but no plows, yeah. Just wants an excuse not to do anything. Welcome to the great north of 7 months of snow. Oh my god. I do like Canada. My cousin and his wife have just moved out there recently. And I'm just kind of like, I keep being like, how can I get myself a holiday over there and have them show me all of the things that they've discovered? I do like a cold country. I'm a very, very warm person most of the time. Government doesn't do anything. Exactly. The government don't care. The beast from the east, and it was actually a good snowdrop. Yeah. CPTSD. It's yeah, it's just shit. It's just shit what's happened, isn't it? There's no other way of saying it. If it's 2 inches of snow, there's not going to be damage to repair. I mean, there shouldn't be. Cannabis growers hate when it snows. Yeah, man, the amount of people who've been caught because of that. Oh man, I'm so slow on these highlights. Snow is the price I pay for not having 15-foot reptiles, and that's it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although once again, like the UK is just so fucking boring, isn't it? We don't have any of the creepy crawlies from Australia that will kill you. We don't have any of the natural disasters that destroy all our houses. We're just like painfully boring, but without like actually having all the good stuff that similar countries in Europe have, like good healthcare and high living wages for everybody. My cat is... What the fuck are you doing? I think he's chewing on gardening wire. Dude, what's the need? Harry, can we stop that, please? I don't want you hurting yourself. Thank you. Florida man makes me laugh. I saw like a TikTok the other day, and it was just like some guy, and he was like, it's always Florida man this, Florida man that. What about Florida man sits in the swamp and is at one with nature and the bugs and stuff? He's just like, he's literally just floating in a swamp. I was just so scared for this guy getting eaten by a fucking crocodile. But it is true, the Florida man titles are always just so unhinged. It must be a local, like all of the local journalists must be in on it, right? Because there's no way there's that many headlines that all start with Florida man. Okay, backpack on this guy, and then one left. Thank God. About as boring as the seasoning on your food. Oh, oh, oh! That is a sadly often true stereotype. Not me. Not me. I season everything as much as possible. Political drama like everywhere else. Seriously explored options for moving to Ireland or the UK, but I'd have to be self-employed first. Yeah. It's a big move as well. Hear more about Trump than I do about whatever. Oh, what? Keir Starmer? God King Keir Starmer? Sorry, my friend called him that once and it's just stuck with me forever. One thing is, honestly, just try to enjoy the process of painting and adding details. Matt, yeah. When I grow up, I want to be a Florida man. Keir Starmer, man. Jellied eel. This isn't Dunwall. This isn't Dishonored. We don't all eat jellied eel and fucking tinned meats. There definitely was a phase of that. I'm glad that it is not really something that I've ever encountered. Because it just sounds awful, doesn't it? Hunk of bread, jellied eel. Mmm. Excellent. We aren't Victorian anymore. Yeah, thank God. We don't murder our children by sending them up chimneys or into textiles factories. Thank God. We eat tinned meat, spam. I mean, some people eat spam. Spam's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like commonplace. Like, it's not like it was 30, 40 years ago where spam was like a staple part of every full English breakfast. Now it's very much like a rarity, I think, that you find somewhere that sells spam as restaurant food. Harry, what the fuck are you doing? No, he's destroying Aaron's stationery. I need to kick him out. Bear with me. you going to sit on that chair nicely, or are you going to cause problems? Because if you're going to cause problems, you can leave. Okay. He's just left. He's just left by his own choice. Okay, bye. That's so funny. That's so good. Oh, soul strumming. I saw someone reacting to that. That's so good. Like, it just makes people throw up because it smells that strongly. But like, I looked into it. You're meant to open it underwater, and no one on these videos seems to know that. So they just open it to the air, and obviously get gut punched by this rancid smell of fermented fish that allegedly would have not have been that bad if they'd opened it underwater like you're supposed to. The cat's a psycho. Yeah, he gets me. He gets me. I'm glad that my son understands. My son understands when he... No, actually, it's not even a joke. He straight up does. He knows when he's being naughty because he does it to get our attention. When he wants things. Oh man, we're so close to being 3 out of 4 Marines highlighted. Harry is not going to take that crap. Yeah, he really does have a mind of his own. Too many ideas. I just thought of a Grey Knight spell scene. See, when I'm reading books or listening to books, I think about making individual moments. So if anyone knows Iron Skull, the painting competition, Iron Skull UK is happening in June, and I have bought myself an early bird entry ticket for 25 quid. So I'm obviously now thinking about what am I going to paint for this painting competition. And with what I do here on the channel, and the fact that, you know, I think I'm a decent painter when I really try, but I'm hardly like, I'm not going to win, basically. I'm not going to win. I want to get one of those little commended tickets where the judges are like, hey, this was not good enough, but we liked it. That's what I want. Where am I going with this? Oh, yeah. Because I'm not that level in terms of my actual painting ability, it's all about the kit bashes. And so I'll be listening to books and I'm like, I want to make a diorama of this. I want to make this scene from this book happen in like a tiny little diorama. And so at the minute, I'm considering, if anyone's read the Night Lords Omnibus, the final showdown between Talos and the Voidstalker. That's one that I really want to make. But then also, I'm currently listening to a Space Marine book called The Hunt for Voldorius. It's quite old. It is Raven Guard and White Scars teaming up against Alpha Legion, and there's an Alpha Legion Demon Prince. And I haven't even got to them fighting Voldorius yet. But in my head, I can see the scene. Bloody hell, sorry. I can see the scene of... what have I just done? I can see the scene in my head of Kayvan Shrike used, like, with his claws in a Demon Prince's neck, like using his power pack to try and boost upwards, whilst Kosara Khan is like ripping into the same guy's legs with his sword. Like, oh, I see it in my brain. I want to make it. But I don't even know if that happens in the book because I've not finished it yet. Female cats hate the male and he knows it. So he plays a game I call Jack in the Box where he suddenly puffs. That's good. I'm not going to drink the green water. Kaiser, good luck. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you stopping by. Well, I can make things happen on a canvas. It just takes forever. Yeah, like I feel like the stuff I work on takes me. It feels like it takes me a while, but if I think about it, compared to the stuff you're making, it really does not take that long. Success is just a single moment at the end of a series of failures. Oh yeah, so this is the thing. I'm not saying oh I would never win it because I'm like defeated. I guess I'm just like I enter stuff like that to push myself and to improve, and it works, and I'm happy. That's enough to make me happy. 40 hours on a train? What the? Where are you fucking going? Jesus! 40 hours on a train in the UK would get you from like London to Edinburgh 5 times. Got the strike model because I want to kit bash it. Oh, that would be sick. If you drink the water, you're going to become... No, I'm not drinking the water. Kaiser, thank you. 10 times. Is it a 4 hour? Oh my god, it's a 4 hour. I guess I've never taken the train from London to Edinburgh because I don't live in either place, but thanks for the thanks for the maths, Ridrix. You did the maths, so I didn't have to. Right, last marine. I'm gonna try and... I know this is a real pain. I'm gonna try and do this real quick and look at chat. Less often, maybe. I don't know if that will make me... If I look less often but read more things that people have said, will that speed me up overall, or do I need to look more regularly and just catch them as they come? This is the I fucking love Hobby Hangout. I love that I get to chat to people and make progress. And we've all had... I mean, I've had a great time. I hope you guys have had fun. But, like, trying to actually juggle doing the painting and chatting is always the hard bit. But this will be the last thing I do because I'm getting hungry and I'm thinking about my leftover chicken pasta. And if Erin eats it all, I'll be so sad. She's not gonna. She won't. I know she won't. Because there is actually a vast amount of it left. But still, the idea that she could is there. Only because I know how far it is from Darlington. Ah, okay. Tom's painting water slowly becoming Nurgle's cauldron. It's a lot nicer looking than it was at the start of today. Before I went live, you would not want to put your fingers in that paint water. It was like black and grey, and when I washed it out, there were like chunks of paint came off the bottom. It was really gross. I should maintain my stuff better. More highlights, more chat. My brother works on the Caledonian sleeper train. That sounds great. Oh my god. Do more and do better. Got chicken palm. Oh man. So Matt, say you've got a day off, right? You've got a day off. Is it like 100% work on the painting? Or do you actually spend some time doing that and then also have some downtime for like games and seeing friends and that kind of stuff? I can hear my cat screaming outside the door. And I got green paint on my leather pouch. Okay, got enough of it off. We're okay. We saved it. Save space for... Nice, Ocelot. Very nice. Really depends what I have. Man, you can tell that's a person who fucking loves their craft. That's sick. Okay, we are actually making really good progress on this. I'm sorry if it does mean I have slowed down on talking a little bit. Hydrate or dihydrate, dude. Sketching a plan for the canvas of Plague Marines for 3 hours straight. Is that, man, no disrespect, like, this is genuinely just a question as someone who doesn't do that kind of stuff. If you're sketching for 3 hours, like, at what point is it no longer a sketch and you're actually just doing like a detailed pencil drawing? Like, surely 3 hours is like no longer sketch. Oh man, we are getting a bit messy with the increased speed. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna look great. Imagine it's technically a sketch no matter how detailed it is if it's going to be painted over. The point is where I throw it out the window and start shading or using my pen. Okay. Nurglings every. How many Nurglings is Nurglings everywhere? Fucking love Nurglings, man. How can you not love Nurglings? Okay. Legs done. Okay. Have only one Nurgling. I got a good couple. I should count them up. I don't know how many I have. 4 with more to come. Excellent. So you said you have Discord, but like, yeah, do you share your artwork with the community anywhere else? Like, would I be seeing it on Reddit or Instagram anywhere? I just realized this guy's chest eagle isn't actually completely done. It might just be messy. I think it's just messy. Have an Insta, but I post rarely. Should I actually post more? Yeah, Matt. Absolutely, absolutely do it. If you can make the time. You know, if you can make the time, I imagine that a lot of people in the community would be very interested to see that. I sure would. Ocelot, that is something I need to look into. I suspect not. I think there are bots that I can get at some stage. I just have got none of them set up. What is that face? That's good. Am I allowed to be mean to the bots? I mean, we don't have any. You mean when we get some? I don't think it matters what I say you're allowed to do. You'll do it anyway. I know you. Mechanicus desires the usage of bots. Nah. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you can't be mean to real people. That's where we draw the line. You can be mean to bots. I reckon so, anyway. Okay, we're getting close, man. We're getting there. Yeah, I definitely, once these guys are done, I definitely need a break painting a different color for a bit. I'm not 100% sure. I guess greens will be done, browns will be done, silvers, reds, pinks and whites. There's not a huge amount left to do on these guys once I have finished all of this. And that at least is a big motivator to get this done. Haven't done the gorget yet either. Let's get that. Because that is a nice big pop of color, very central. Wish we had more Primaris robe models for kit bashing. Yeah, I have tried to do like green stuff, sculpted robes and tabards. And like tabards, I managed to get an okay result in the end, but it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't good enough. It wasn't what I wanted. And that's why I bit the bullet bought more Inner Circle companions and started kit bashing those into squad sergeants. I'm not going to do it for every squad. Just a couple of like my important regular squads that I take to most games. But yeah, compared to when I was a kid and I had a firstborn army and I used to use the Dark Angels Veterans box to do like squad sergeants with, it's a lot less cost effective now. Gotta go for lunch now. Well, Matt, it's been a pleasure talking. Appreciate you taking some time to hang out and enjoy your lunch break. I think I won't be live anymore when you're done. But yeah, hopefully I'll catch you again soon. And I look forward to hearing more about it. Take care of yourself. Use the Stern Guard to make an apothecary. Nice. Yeah, the new Stern Guard models are very nice. And you can do a lot with, for Dark Angels, you can get a lot out of the Templars Crusader box. Plus a couple of hooded Dark Angels heads from the upgrade kit and all the Inner Circles box. That can go quite a long way. Love the bot kit, but I wish there were more. Yeah, me too. I wish we had 5. It's also that character. Yeah, Lazarus. Lazarus is great. He's a really nice Dark Angels model. Although it's not the full robe design. It's like the big cloak and it's almost like a tabard on the legs and a cloak on the top. It's kind of weird. But I do like his model a lot. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, not the best helmet I've done, but it'll be good enough. I hate but enjoy There's something really satisfying about when highlighting. No, highlighting is really satisfying, right? And especially when you get like a really nice line and you just go across it and you're like, oh, that applied so perfectly. But I think it's the volume of highlighting that you have to do, especially with Marine, well, with any armor, there's just so much to highlight that it becomes a chore when it's a very satisfying and enjoyable process on a smaller level. That's it for me. Once I'm done these Stone Guard, I'm going to do my Apothecary. Tips on white. Do you have an idea of how you're planning on doing it at the minute? 100 thin line. Yeah. My white recipe is super easy, but it might not get the result that you want. I like it for my stuff, but yeah, it might not be exactly what you had in your mind. I do Grey Seer Prime because it just goes on really easy. And once I've got Grey Seer on the model, I'll just do Apothecary White Contrast. And what it kind of gives you is like a pale grey with all the shading already done. And then I just highlight in a white that I think looks good. Start with the Zenithal of white over grey. That's a good place to start. White over grey would be good, and then you can use something like Apothecary White to kind of not blend the colours together, but kind of create shadow and depth. If you want a cooler blue, you could do Zenithal White over a cooler blue. A cooler white, you could do like a Zenithal over a blue color. I have seen some people paint really cool models where it literally is just like flat white, and they don't bother doing any kind of shading because it's easy to just spray white on, and then you panel line and do highlights with a brighter white if you've got one. That can work, but I think if you do it that way, any mistakes you might make do show up a little bit more. Unified. That's the word. That's a great word. That's what I meant. I don't think I have an example. No, I don't have an example here with me. I just put 2 parts water, 1 part Nuln all over pure white, and I just leave it. Fair enough. I mean, there's so many ways to do these things. If I was you, Dylan, I'd look at some tutorials for painting white on YouTube, and literally just like look at the end result. Watch the whole thing, see how complicated it is, but look at the end result, and if the end result is what you are kind of going for, just follow as closely as possible to that person's guide. I've followed quite a few painting tutorials on YouTube for my stuff. My Deathwing scheme comes from the painting coach. It's his scheme, it's not mine. Yeah. There's no harm. I make a lot of stuff up that I'm like, hey, I think this could work, and then I try it, and it works okay. But definitely would recommend just if someone else has a guide and the result looks good, absolutely just copy their guide, because that's what it's there for. Brushstroke is a good guide for it. Nice, there you go. Try that. And with that, we have got a full squad of Assault Intercessors, now highlighted in moot green. Oh my god. 3 hours. 3 hours plus all the chatting with you guys. This has been really, really good fun and very, very worth it. It is now coming up on 5:45, so I am gonna end stream. I'm gonna go and get myself some food. Eat them. Cool. Good advice. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. This has been really, really nice to do again. It's been a very nice reception on YouTube as well. Like I wasn't kind of expecting so many people to come and say hi. So really, really appreciate you guys. Same listening video. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there, and I'll figure out when we're gonna do this again next week. Have a great night and take care. I'll see you soon.